Stop, stop, stop right there. Don't scroll, don't blink, don't move even an inch, because what you are about to hear can shift your destiny far beyond anything you ever imagined. And I'm telling you straight that today's video is not like those ordinary coin videos you casually watch and forget. This is the video that even the sharpest English collectors sitting in the dollar market pause for. Because today we are entering the world of the 1776 to 1976 United States of America $1 coin. The Bicentennial Eisenhower Dollar, a coin that doesn't just carry metal, it carries the weight of history, celebration, national pride, hidden value, and a power that can literally turn your financial luck upside down if you understand everything I'm about to reveal. So take a deep breath, stay right here, don't skip anything because destiny does not come twice, and today destiny is knocking loudly for you. And I'm telling you again, watch this video till the very end, because once we finish the $1 story we will move straight into the unbelievable secrets of the 1941 5-cent coin. And oh boy, that coin story is on another level, a different planet, a completely different universe that can confuse collectors, shock professionals, and make markets tremble. So don't go anywhere, because your future in the dollar game might start from this very moment, and all the information you want: value, rarity, mistakes, hidden profits, collector secrets, everything is flowing in this one non-stop river of words that I'm giving you exactly the way you requested. No headlines, no breaks, no pauses, just one long powerful stream. So let's go deep into the 1776 to 1976 $1 bicentennial coin, created to celebrate 200 years of American independence. A celebration so massive, so emotional, so historically charged that even after decades this coin still carries a spark that collectors respect, fear, chase, and pay big money for. And when a coin carries history, value always follows. Because history-backed coins never stay cheap forever, and that is the precise reason why the English collectors in the dollar markets get stressed, confused, and sometimes shocked when a high-grade bicentennial $1 coin suddenly appears. Because prices jump, auctions explode, bidding wars break out, and everyone wants to get their hands on the cleanest, sharpest, brightest example of this massive Eisenhower dollar. And imagine for a moment, yes, you watching this, what if this coin is lying? Somewhere in your home, your drawer, a box, an old purse, or a forgotten family place, and you don't even know that this heavy piece of metal can become the starting point of your fortune. But you will only realize this if you stay till the end of this video, if you don't skip, if you don't blink, because this is the kind of knowledge that shapes destiny for those who pay attention. And that's why I'm repeating again. Stay till the end, because after we wrap up the bicentennial $1 full story, we are going to dive straight into the world of the 1941 5-cent coin, which is filled with wartime metal changes, mint variations, strange errors, unpredictable value spikes, and mysterious historical twists that make it one of the most surprising coins in the entire American lineup. And collectors who understand it become masters in the dollar world, while everyone else stays confused. So don't miss a single second, because many channels talk, many channels show videos, but today on this video, on this channel, you are getting the kind of information that can flip your financial path if destiny has written something big for you. So subscribe to the channel right now, because the upcoming videos will also carry coins, secrets, values, and hidden opportunities that might be exactly what will make you play in dollars. So stay with me, don't blink, don't walk away, don't scroll, because this non-stop flow of deep information about the 1776 to 1976 $1 Eisenhower bicentennial coin is not something you hear every day. And today might be the very day your destiny opens its doors and welcomes you into a new world of opportunity. So prepare yourself, because from this point on, your story might change forever. Now, as you look at the 1776 to 1976 $1 bicentennial Eisenhower coin right there in front of you, yes, the coin you are seeing right now, notice every detail, every curve, every shimmer of its metal, because this is not just any coin. It is a living piece of history. And as we examine it together, you are holding your eyes on 2 centuries of American independence captured in one solid, powerful piece of metal, the obverse presenting President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a figure of monumental respect and achievement, whose leadership and legacy are forever etched into this coin. And as your eyes trace every detail of his face, the contours of his expression, the precision of the minting, you are seeing the story of a nation commemorated in silver-clad copper. A coin that was produced in extraordinary numbers, but whose high-grade, uncirculated, pristine examples remain rare. And even as you hold your gaze on the reverse, you can see the Liberty Bell, bold, symbolic, sitting over the Moon, merging the revolutionary past with the modern achievement of space exploration. A clever design choice that tells a story across centuries. And while millions of these coins were minted, the ones that survived in exceptional condition, just like the one we are looking at, carry immense value for collectors, investors, and historians alike, because condition is everything in the numismatic world. And this coin is a perfect example of how beauty, history, and rarity collide to create opportunity. And as we slowly turn it in your mind, imagining its weight in the hand, the way light dances across its surface, the subtle differences between the Philadelphia and Denver mint marks, or the slightest variations in the strike, you begin to understand why even experienced collectors pause and take notice when a high-grade bicentennial dollar appears on the market, because these coins can ignite bidding wars, cause prices to spike, and spark excitement that lasts for decades. And as you keep looking at it, think about where it might have been before it reached your eyes, stored in a drawer, kept safe in a family collection, or hidden away in some forgotten box. And now, here it is, demanding your attention, teaching you, inviting you to understand its significance, its story, and its potential, because history-backed coins like this never stay ordinary for long. And the more you study, the more you notice every detail that sets it apart, from the edge reading to the flawless inscriptions, every feature a clue to its value and rarity. And as your eyes travel across the surface, consider the collectors around the world who have chased coins like this for decades, who understand that knowledge and patience in this market can transform a simple coin into a fortune. And as we explore its legacy, its market behavior, and the hidden opportunities within, you see that this coin is more than currency. It is a symbol, a story, a potential waiting to be realized. And as you continue to focus on the coin in front of you, the one we are showing right now, it becomes clear that staying alert, paying attention, and understanding its subtleties is exactly what separates the casual observer from the master collector. And now, as we hold it in our mind's eye and appreciate its weight, history, and design, it is time to prepare, because next we are going to reveal the 1941 5-cent coin. A smaller coin perhaps, but no less fascinating, packed with historical significance, rare variations, and hidden value. A coin that, just like this bicentennial dollar, has the power to surprise, educate, and potentially increase the wealth and knowledge of anyone who truly pays attention. So keep your eyes on it, because the story is only beginning, and the opportunities hidden within American coinage continue to unfold before you. Now, as you lay your eyes on the 1941 5-cent coin, yes, the very coin in front of you, notice the way the light glances off its surfaces, the way every curve, every ridge, every minute detail is preserved through decades, because this is not just a coin, it is a fragment of history, a silent witness to a world at war, a reflection of times when every piece of metal mattered, when every minting decision carried weight beyond simple currency. And as you examine it closer, you begin to notice the subtleties, the slight differences in the strike, the tiniest variations in the composition, because in 1941, America was at a pivotal moment. The mint was producing coins under unusual pressures. Metals were shifting, nickel was scarce, designs were adapted, and collectors today can trace every nuance, every imperfection, every die mark to understand exactly how these coins survived the turbulent era. And as you continue to focus, think about the hands that held this coin, the transactions it witnessed, the stories it silently told, the countless pockets it passed through, the newspapers, the factories, the markets, and yet here it is, preserved for your attention, waiting for you to understand its secrets, to recognize its rarity, to measure its power, because even among millions, only a few examples maintain such pristine condition, and those who can identify, who can truly read the signs of mint errors, Planchett's anomalies, and subtle wear patterns, hold knowledge that translates into power in the collector's market. And as you let your eyes trace the edge, the rim, the precise lettering, you realize that every micro detail matters. Every small variation can mean hundreds, thousands of dollars difference in value. And this coin, the 1941 5-cent, is a perfect example of a coin that can surprise even the most experienced numismatist, because beneath its modest size, beneath its familiar Jefferson profile, lies decades of historical context, metal scarcity, minting challenges, and subtle variations that can transform a common coin into a rare treasure. And as you envision the markets today, the auction rooms, the online bids, the whispers between collectors who know the truth, you see why knowledge, patience, and careful observation are the keys. Because the world of 1941 nickels is full of twists, unexpected spikes, error coins that appear once in a generation, coins that can move silently from a drawer into a multi-million-dollar collection, and as you hold your focus, think about the international appeal, the collectors in England, Japan, Europe, and the United States, all scrutinizing, all evaluating, all anticipating the next reveal, because each subtle detail, each tiny anomaly, each uncirculated example carries weight. And as we explore, you will notice how wartime metal compositions, subtle minting variations, and collector demand intersect to create a dynamic, almost unpredictable market, and the thrill of discovery, the excitement when a rare 1941 5-cent appears in perfect condition, is a moment every collector dreams of. And this coin in front of you, as we examine it, is exactly the type of coin that can transform a collection, elevate a novice into a serious numismatist, and open doors to financial opportunity that only those who pay attention can access. And as you continue to observe, imagine how each strike, each detail, each flaw and perfection tells a story of an era, a nation at war, a min under pressure, and a coin that survives not just as currency, but as a piece of cultural heritage, a historical artifact, and a potential treasure waiting to be recognized by the eyes that know what to look for. And the anticipation, the suspense, the curiosity this coin evokes is exactly what makes it internationally desirable, because every seasoned collector, every historian, every investor who truly understands the subtleties of 1941 nickels knows that value is hidden, subtle, and powerful, waiting for the one who can read between the lines of history, composition, and condition. And as you continue to absorb its story, you understand that this is not just a small coin. It is a key, a puzzle, a piece of legacy, and every glance, every study, every observation increases your insight, your knowledge, your ability to recognize opportunity. And this is why the 1941 5-cent coin remains a coin that commands attention, respect, and awe, because it embodies history, craftsmanship, and potential all at once. And as we continue, the deeper you look, the more secrets it reveals, the more value it holds, and the more power it conveys to those who know how to recognize it. And this coin, modest in size but enormous in significance, is waiting for the discerning eye, the patient collector, the one who can see beyond the surface, because every detail matters, every nuance tells a story, every flaw can be a sign of immense rarity, and as we journey further into its secrets, the story only grows, the anticipation builds, and the world of 1,941 nickels opens before you, rich with history, filled with opportunity, and charged with potential. Now, as your eyes rest on the 1987 5-cent coin, yes, the coin you are seeing right now, notice its subtle gleam, the way the light dances on the surfaces, the details in Jefferson's profile, every line, every shadow, every curve, because this is not just metal, this is history captured in copper nickel. A coin minted in a time when collectors were already searching for the unusual, the errors, the hidden variations, and as you study it closely, you start to realize that even in a year like 1987, where millions of coins were minted, subtle differences, minute anomalies, and the precision of the strike can mean everything, because a small die crack here, a tiny doubled die there, a slight variation in planchet composition can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's gem. And as you continue to look, consider the journey this coin has made, from the mint in Philadelphia, passing through countless hands, wallets, cash registers, and pockets, silently witnessing decades of transactions, commerce, history, and yet arriving before your eyes in a condition that can surprise even seasoned collectors. Because in numismatics, condition is everything, and the 1987 nickel is a perfect example of a coin that, although common in circulation, has the potential to reveal hidden value for those who know what to look for. And as you examine the rim, the edge, the lettering, the precise contours of Jefferson's face, you understand why even subtle details carry immense weight. Because each small variation, each micro-imperfection or pristine surface tells a story, whispers secrets, and signals opportunities to those who study, collect, and understand the coin market. And as we think about the international appeal, collectors from Europe, Asia, the United States, and beyond, all scrutinizing, evaluating, waiting for the next rare find, this coin becomes more than currency. It becomes a challenge, a test, a key to unlocking potential value, because even among millions of similar coins, only a few stand out, only a few are preserved well enough, and those few can shift market dynamics, attract attention at auctions, online sales, and private collections. And as your eyes continue to trace every detail, you realize that the 1987 5-cent is part of a lineage, a series, a history that stretches back through decades of American coinage, each coin connected, each design choice deliberate, each strike a reflection of the mint's care, precision, and historical context, and the thrill, the suspense, the anticipation of discovering an error, a rare variation, or a perfectly preserved specimen is what keeps collectors alert, attentive, and constantly searching, because knowledge and observation in this market can transform what seems ordinary into something extraordinary. And this coin, right here, right now in front of you, represents that potential, that story, that opportunity, waiting for the patient eye, the discerning collector, the one who understands the subtleties, the nuances, the tiny differences that make all the difference. And as you continue to study it, appreciate it, and consider its journey, you see that the world of 1987 P nickels is not just numbers. It is history, it is discovery, it is investment, and it is a piece of legacy, quietly powerful, internationally relevant, and capable of surprising anyone who truly pays attention, because every detail matters, every nuance carries meaning, and every coin preserved with care has the potential to reveal secrets, unlock value, and become more than just a 5-cent piece. It becomes a connection to collectors, history, and opportunity all at once. This coin's current market value in dollars, based on collector demand, rarity, condition, and recent auction results, can range significantly depending on grade. From a few dollars for circulated examples to over $50 or more for pristine, uncirculated, high-grade specimens. And when you consider the small variations, die errors, mint condition, and international collector interest, the true potential value can escalate even further, as coins like this are actively sought after by collectors who understand that knowledge, patience, and observation in the numismatic world can transform a seemingly ordinary coin into a rare treasure, making the 1987 P 5 cent not just a coin to hold, but an opportunity, a story, and a potential investment in the world of American coins, and those who recognize these subtle signs, the slight edge differences, the flawless surfaces, the rarity factors, and market trends can literally turn this small nickel into a valuable piece of a serious collection, with demand that is not limited to one country, but extends across Europe, Asia, and the United States, creating a dynamic, international market where only those who truly understand the nuances can seize the full potential. So pay attention, study the details, and appreciate the history and opportunity this coin holds, because in numismatics, knowledge transforms coins into treasures, and this 1987 P 5 cent is a prime example of that truth.